Good morning, everybody. It is December 18th. I am at home. I just put out a video yesterday of arriving back to the house out of Trenton, Michigan. And I figured now would be a pretty good opportunity, since it was nice and quiet and I'm just relaxing here at home, to take the time to go over my year-to-date totals for my latest settlement sheet, to give you guys an idea of where things are financially with me at Bruce Oakley and how I've done so far in the last 3.5 months as an owner-operator, first-time owner-operator with Bruce Oakley. I did a pay sheet about maybe a month and a half ago, if I'm guessing, and gave some totals there of how I was doing up to that point. And I'm going to put out another one now, since we're getting close to the end of the year. It'd be pretty easy to come up with some averages to kind of see where I would be with basically 2 more pays coming this year for me. I have my pay, obviously, from the work that I just did, and then I'm working this coming week and taking off the week between Christmas and New Year's. So I have 2 more settlements coming for this year of 2022. But I'm going to go ahead and provide some totals for this one and kind of give you an idea as to where I'm at. Not an idea, an actual rock-solid number of where I'm at and how I'm doing in the end-up division at Bruce Oakley Trucking as a first-time owner-operator, okay, a few months in. So the way I'm going to do this is there's going to be some of me in this, and then I'm going to flip the camera around, because up on my computer right here, I have my settlement sheet, and I also have my spreadsheet that I use. And just a quick note for my spreadsheet, that's just what I love Excel. I don't use Quicken or anything like that. And it's kind of like somebody's garage. Like if I walked into your garage, you know where your 9/16 wrench is, but I may not be able to find it. So we all kind of have our own organization, and we know where things are at and what we're doing. But I'll try to make it as easy to follow as I can, so you guys can get a good idea of where my numbers are at, and kind of what you could expect depending on, you know, how hard you ran or wanted to run if you chose to come to Bruce Oakley. Okay, and before I get into this, though, something that I want to touch on. I'm looking to start a podcast in the future. I'm not sure when, but not too distant future. And I was going to call it the 34 Podcast. And my wife said, I don't like that name. Nobody's going to know what that is. And she had a point. So I'm going to call my podcast the Driver's Seat Podcast. Okay, in the driver's seat with Jimmy from Jimmy's Road Life. And my goal with that podcast is to kind of do things like this, where I can go into some more administrative things and perhaps maybe get some drivers to come on and give their experience and what they do to help you guys out, to be educational, informative, and entertaining, and make it a little bit different than my day-to-day, you know, dumping, delivering, picking up, going down the road videos. And by the way, thank you to everyone that has subscribed, that watches my channel. I'm humbled by that, and I really appreciate it. So thank you all. The new subscribers over the last week, those people that have been subscribed for a while since I've started this, and I've only been doing it for a few months. I'm very new to it, so I want to get better at it, and I thank you all. I'm really humbled by that. For those of you, and you'll see in this pay sheet, I do have some referral bonuses that have reached out to me for information about Bruce Oakley, and you've allowed me to submit your name and number. I genuinely appreciate that. Okay, I'm humbled by it. Thank you for trusting me to give you current, truthful, accurate information based on my experience at Bruce Oakley. In saying that, if any of you are interested in Bruce Oakley, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Jimmy's Road Life, LYFE @gmail.com. It's at the beginning and end of all of my videos. I would be happy to help you. Bonus, no bonus, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're here to help and get you folks information so you can make an educated decision, okay, about whether or not you want to come and lease on as an owner-operator with Bruce Oakley, or if you want to buy a truck, which is a big decision as a first-time owner-operator, okay, to come and lease on with Bruce Oakley. I know for me, it was something that I talked to Oakley for 5 or 6 years before I came to work for him. It's a big decision, and you want to know that you're going to be successful and be able to succeed. And I know I certainly did. So any questions, reach out. Again, bonus, no bonus, it doesn't matter. Okay, if you've already been in touch with Oakley and you have questions, hit me up. Still be glad to help you out. Okay, but if you haven't, I would ask you to contact me first so I could submit your name and get credit for that. I would really appreciate that, and thank you all very much. Okay, but the reason why I want to provide this information again is so you folks, if you're considering coming, can see how a new owner-operator is doing here at Oakley. My disclaimer, okay, for this, these are my numbers. Everybody's numbers may be a little bit different, again, depending on how hard or you wanted to work or if you wanted to spend a little bit more time at home, okay? But your numbers would be fairly close if you stayed consistent. I haven't killed myself here. I've stayed steady, and so I've done very well, as you'll see. Okay, and everyone's case is different when it comes to taxes, depreciation, things of that nature. We're all different in that, but I think we all can stay very consistent, especially in a gross revenue number. I think everybody on the gross revenue side would pretty much be within a range of, $10, $20, $30,000 if I had to guess. Okay, so you'll be able to see this, but I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera because up on my screen I have my settlement sheet. And I'm going to go down it quickly, but line by line, and show you guys where I'm at, what I did. This particular settlement is the trip to Manitoba, Canada. This is the one that was negative 22. So if you've seen my video for Kenworth sleepover in sub-zero temperatures, okay, this is the one. And if you haven't watched that video, I'd encourage you to go back and watch it. It was pretty daggone cold up in Canada when I was up there, literally negative 22. Wow. So 'tis the season. So I'm going to go ahead and get this turned and go down my settlement sheet and my spreadsheet. So follow along, and hope you guys enjoy this and hope it's educational for you. Okay, here we go. All right, here's the spin. Okay, so as you can see up here in the top corner, it is the 15th is the run date for this particular sheet. Okay, this is my trip to St. John Baptiste, Manitoba, went to Newcastle, Pennsylvania. All right, this load delivered on the 6th. This trip does include Canada pay of $150. Some of you had asked if we get pay for Canada. Yes, we do. It's $150 flat rate. This trip had 1,241 empty miles and 1,241 loaded miles because I emptied out in Newcastle, okay, the Friday before, left Monday, went up, right back up to St. John Baptiste and came right back to Newcastle, so those numbers are going to be exactly the same. And this particular trip paid me $6,096.87. And I'm going to go quickly here because I went over this in my last video. At Oakley, if you have a clean CSA, you get 25 cents per mile for that. Okay, you get a mileage surcharge, which is different than the fuel surcharge, folks. That's right here, of 20 cents. That is month to month, okay? That is not permanent, okay? But they are still paying that, and I am very grateful for that. The mileage pay empty is $1.17 per mile. The fuel surcharge this particular week was 55 cents. That's that. All right, now to the loaded miles, okay? What you're going to see right here, this is a break. The reason why they did this 1221 is to the border crossing. Okay, they broke it up, Emerson, Manitoba. Okay, you'll see right here, Emerson is where we cross the border. So they split that to account for crossing the border at customs. And then this is from the border up to the city, so it's 20 miles. That's the breakdown here, okay? But it's the numbers are the same, so it all comes out the same in the end. My loaded trip back, okay, actual mileage pay is $1.62 per mile. Again, the fuel surcharge was 55 cents. The CSA pay was 25 cents. That's for a clean CSA score. The mileage surcharge, again, not the same as the fuel surcharge, was 20 cents per mile. So $1.62 loaded pay, 55 cents fuel surcharge, 25 cents CSA pay, 20 cents mileage surcharge, empty and loaded with $150 in Canadian pay, paid the truck $6,096. And that is on a total of, I have it over here on my spreadsheet, let me pull this up, 2,482 miles. I did that number in advance, so I knew that I had it. Okay, now let me scroll up. Here, I had $800 in recruiting bonuses on this particular pay. These are for you men that have reached out to me and allowed me to submit your number. I am humbled by that. I thank you for it, okay? I really appreciate you trusting me and reaching out to me and allowing me to submit your name, okay? Thank you very much. So in this particular pay, I had 4 people that had reached out to me, and for a grand total of $6,896.87. This gives me a year-to-date gross of $1,704.55. In the interest of full transparency, I have $2,400 this year in recruiting cards. So you have to take $2,400 off of this $107,704.55, which gives me a total gross for the year of $105,305. Let's get back to the settlement. I had a trailer wash coming out of Canada. The trailer was filthy, so I got the trailer washed. I got reimbursed $38 for that. I paid for that out of pocket, and they gave me that back. Obviously, they cover that. Going down, these are my deductions. These are all your fuel purchases and your DEF purchases as they're listed. So you'll see this is where I purchased fuel and DEF on the trip back, and I had $1,741 in fuel purchases. Continuing down the settlement sheet, okay, I had all of my normal weekly deductions, okay, ELDs and whatnot, 24 a week, non-trucking liability, $6.10, escrow, $175, occupational accidental insurance, that's your workman's comp, $43.90, truck insurance, physical damage, that's your actual truck insurance, $82.99. Everybody's truck is going to be different. It's based on your value, like 4.2% of the value of your truck, if I'm not mistaken. Base plate fees are $30, and my pre-pass device, which is pre-pass for the scales and easy pass, is $5.75 for a total of $367.74 per week that comes out. Once I get my escrow paid off and my wet kit, this $175 per week will not come out of my check, and I will have roughly $800 a month in net money back into my settlement. So this particular week I had $4,826 net settlement amount. Okay, keeping in mind that included $800 in recruiting cards. Thank you very much. Again, I'm humbled by that. So $4,026.27 was the amount on 2,000. What was that amount again? Let me look. On 2,482 miles, which is right here for the week. Okay, and for a year-to-date total of $70,616.42. Keeping in mind that $2,400 comes off of that, okay, in recruiting, which gives me a total for the year of $68,216 net for the year in 3.5 months, okay, because I've been actually under loads for about 3.5 months now. I have netted $68,216 in the 3.5 months that I've been at Oakley. So I started in late August, so you have September, October, November, and then into the end of December, but we're not quite there, so it's been 3.5 months. And I'm going to do it right here on my phone. 68,216 divided by 3.5 equals $19,490 per month has been my average at Oakley. And let's just assume that I would have done that, okay, for 10 months out of the year, taking into account a possible breakdown, or who knows, maybe my appendix will go out. Boy, I hope not. But nonetheless, that would be $194,902, okay, that I would possibly make at minimum for the year with Oakley in net revenue. And for gross revenue, I was $105,305. So you take that times, let's just say 10 months, and that's, well, gosh, that's not right. 105,305 divided by 3.5 times 10, and that would have been $300,871. Okay, keeping in mind that this number right here of 105,305 does include my time off. Okay, so I'm being very conservative with that number. As you can see in these numbers, that you're looking at well over $300,000 a year in the end-up division if you stay consistent and you get out and you work. Okay, you don't have to go out and just, 80 miles an hour everywhere. Just stay steady, stay safe, and Oakley can keep you plenty busy. Okay, I've spoken to a number of different drivers, and this is why I want to get some interviews on my podcast that are going to be $330,000, $340,000 this year in gross revenue in the end-up division. Okay, the potential is there, folks. If you're interested, don't hesitate to hit me up. These numbers, as I just showed you, are straight off of my sheet. You guys know from my videos when I started with Oakley. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And have a great weekend. What's left of it. God bless y'all. Take care. Bye-bye.